Okay, Josh, this is your side view, and what we'll do is we'll let it run through once, and you can just watch, and then we'll go back and we'll analyze it. So here's your slow motion side view. Okay, now we'll go back. Okay, so a couple of really good things that I like on here, and there's a couple things that we can work on too. So first off, what I want you to see is once you get really going here, I want you to look at this heel kick. There was a couple I saw that were just absolutely fantastic. Once you really get going, right in through here. Look, I mean, you are really pulling it up high here. That is what I'm talking about here. Is right here. Watch that heel, just how high on your butt it gets. That's great. And then we're always looking for this kind of like number 4 position, which you have really nicely. Actually, let me go back here a second. If you look at this, you always have that number 4. It's reversed, obviously, but that kind of position. Great arms. It looks like I don't see any point where you're, well, maybe right there. Got a little bit of a swim motion. So you're coming up here and watching like this arm here specifically. And when it comes down, see now your elbow is coming out here and your hand is swimming down here. Okay, so we want to try to keep that. We always say thumbs up. So I want you to think thumbs up when you basically means that you want your thumb on top of your hand, like it is right at this point. Right here, now your thumb is now coming from the side there. So, all right. Another thing we can work on. I'm going to go back here. I really want to try to keep your elbow at a 90-degree angle all the way through. Okay, that's good right there. Now you just watch a couple little frames. See how it's opening up? Really opens up almost straight there. And then it goes at the top. You actually close it. Well, not too bad. You really kind of go up to 90 and then really open it up past 90, which you don't want to do. Okay, so some things to work on there. Let's go back. And sorry neglecting this video here, but it's just a lot grainier for some reason on this side. So, but one thing we can notice, what we want to do, I want to look at you on right when your foot hits the ground. Scroll it ahead. Even there, you're not quite on the ground yet. Okay, somewhere in here, between these two, you've actually hit the ground. So, what we want to see is a nice straight line, top to bottom, of these, of your shoulders, hip, knee, and ankle. And you're just a little back on your behind, a little forward on your knee, not too bad though. Okay. So all that means is you want to try to like run tall. That's what we like to say, run tall. Let's see on this one. Waiting for you, still haven't quite hit yet. There you've hit, and somewhere in between there, actually right about here. You can see that one really well. There is your line. Your hips are a little bit behind your knees, a little bit in front. Okay, so you want to try to straighten that out, get you to run really tall. Imagine you are a marionette puppet, and the marionette's the kind of has the strings above there, so the puppeteer is above pulling on the strings, and imagine that the puppeteer is pulling you up. It's a horrible arrow, something like that, if you can imagine. Okay, pulling you up a little bit more. Okay, great heel kick. For the most part, those arms are pretty darn good. A lot of action there. You're getting great drive off the back foot right here. You can see right there. A lot of power generated from this foot right here. This back leg really driving through, and you get, oh, look at that. Look at that heel. You're up to your waist. So that's pretty good. All right, so you really pull through there, great. So we just want to work on, remember, thumbs up. Keep that thumb pointing up the whole time. I'm going to try to be a little bit taller. And we want one more thing I want to just quickly mention. All your sprinting, you would have more of this. You want your hand to not come above your chest when it's going up, and you don't want your hand to go past your hips. So we scroll it down. This hand right here, let me clear all that out here. This hand right here, and I think really if you hadn't straightened your arm out, if you had kept it at a 90 degrees, that would be right on right there. So, but you just straightened your arm out a little bit, and it goes a little past your hips, which you don't want. And I think the same thing could be said, let me clear this, going the other way, and you're at a 90 degree angle there. Okay, so 90 degree angle probably, that's right about where you, no, excuse me, come down here. 90 would be probably more out this way. Probably come right up to your chest, but you're going a little past it. And the reason we don't want to go do that too much, if you watch your shoulders, it twists a lot. So now notice how we can see the whole of your back here. Actually, let me scroll back a little bit further. We're going to go right by the side here. When you're right at your side, really shows. See how we always see is your back. Next one, really see a lot of your chest. You're past the camera there. So here we're seeing all chest, pretty much all back. All chest, all back. What's happening is this shoulder here is kind of going forward when your arm's forward, and then when your arms go back, this shoulder goes back. Okay, so you want to keep it really locked on. The only motion is from the shoulder, but it's not a twisting motion. It's a forward and back with those arms. So, real nice job, Josh. Good job.